Low-carb tabbouleh. Is this even possible? Something that has bulgur as its main ingredient. How are we going to make this one low carb, and how are we going to do it in 30 minutes? I'm Urvashi, my blog is TwoSleevers.com, and today we're going to make a tabbouleh, but we're going to do it with a secret ingredient, and no, it is not cauliflower. I love cauliflower, I use a lot of cauliflower. We are not using cauliflower for this one. My secret ingredient is going to be hemp hearts. So hemp hearts are this wonderful seed. They're shelled hemp seeds. They're not gonna make you high, and they're super low in carbs. So this one, for example, a serving size is 3 tablespoons. It's got 180 calories, so it is not exactly low calorie, but all of the calories are coming from fat, which is really good if you're on keto. So this one in 3 tablespoons would have 15 grams of fat and only a gram of carbohydrates. So I take out most but not all of the stems, just because the stems have a lot of flavor. You could do this in a variety of ways. It's a little bit harder with parsley to do this, but you kind of make a bunch out of it, and then you start chopping as thinly as you can. Some of the really woody stems I should have probably taken out, so I'm going to do that now. And then I'm going to put mint on the same cutting board here. This herby goodness is where a lot of the flavor is going to come from. So about a cup of the parsley, 1/4 of a cup of the mint. You can use more or less as you prefer. I've had some of you ask what I'm doing when I chop merge it like this. You basically hold this end down and then just move your right hand or your left hand if you're a lefty back and forth. So the tip stays in place and the rest of it gets moved across. And I'm going to go ahead and put it in a bowl. And then I'm going to go ahead and put in 1/4 of a cup of lemon juice, 1/4 of a cup of olive oil. I want that oil to take the flavor of the herbs while I do everything else. I'm also going to go ahead and put in some salt in. Let's do the onions next. Let's do 2 green onions. I know there are a lot of people who only use the green parts of onions. I use it all. I don't like waste. So I'm going to add some cucumber. Cucumber gives it a nice fresh taste. And now my next ingredient is going to be cherry tomatoes. Now some of you follow a style of keto eating that does not permit you to eat tomatoes, in which case don't put it in. For the rest of us who are okay with a few little cherry tomatoes now and then, you're going to eat this as a side salad. This is not going to be a main dish, okay? By the time you take into account the calories in the hemp hearts and the carbs in the tomatoes and whatnot, you're not going to chow down on just this. And by the way, you wouldn't with tabbouleh either. You know, you would have it as a side dish along with something else. So I have a gyro recipe that you might like. I have a shawarma recipe that you might like. We're just chopping a bunch of things. It's a no-cook recipe. So this is about 1/2 a cup of tomatoes that I'm putting in here. Look at the colors in that. Aren't they gorgeous? I love the colors in here. I'm going to start with about 1/4 of a cup of hemp hearts. What you want is you want enough in there that it's flecked with enough hemp hearts, and then you want a little bit of a bite from the hemp hearts. I'm going to put in another 1/4 of a cup. So I have about 1/2 a cup of hemp hearts in here. And guess what? We're done. Yep. Lemony, crunchy. I can't tell there's no bulgur in there. I honestly can't. The hemp hearts are an interesting texture. Like it doesn't feel exactly like bulgur, but it's a nice little chewy thing. And interestingly, by the time you're done with this, this is actually a savory fat bomb, believe it or not. And here we have a wonderful low-carb keto tabbouleh made with hemp hearts. I'm Urvashi, my blog is TwoSleevers.com. I hope that was helpful. Thank you for watching.